Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 334 of our trek. Yesterday, we explored how integrity is built over time by the choices that we make and why integrity really does matter. Today, we'll extend our trail of integrity and learn how important it is to be living a life with purpose. Thank you so much for coming along with me on our daily trek through life as we learn to live life with purpose by growing in our wisdom, insight, and understanding. While some of our daily treks may be part of a multi-part series, you can join us at any time and start along with us from that point on. If you'd like to listen to any of the past episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal, which includes a lot of nice pictures. You can also subscribe to Wisdom Trek on iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Google Play so that each day's trek is downloaded to you automatically. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. There are several loose ends of projects that I'm attempting to bring to completion. Even with discipline and focus, at times I find it difficult to finish that last little bit. They are all important and somewhat interdependent with each other, which makes it even more difficult. When we have competing priorities, it is important to understand and know our life values and what is really important so that we can create and live our legacy. That is why we are focusing our trek today on the trail of living life with purpose. Some people measure success by the wealth they've accumulated, the power that they've attained, or the status that they've achieved. Yet, even though they've reached success beyond their wildest dreams, they still feel empty. Something is missing from their lives, which is purpose. In order to fill that void and be completely fulfilled in life, they seem to be in relentless pursuit, but their soul is searching for something more. This type of person will be inflicted with one or more of these scenarios. It's lonely at the top. They spent so much time clawing their way to the top that they did not make any time for family and friends. Or enough is enough. There was always bigger and shinier things to obtain. Or they sold their soul. Their integrity was pushed aside in lieu of success. Or all work and no play. They were always the first person in the office and the last to leave. Their work consumed them. Or they lived in the future rather than in the present. They spent much of their life thinking about what they were going to do tomorrow and not enjoying today. They did not realize that all we have is today. If any of these scenarios sound familiar to you, it may be time for a course correction. So let's look at living life with purpose. For me, as a Christ follower, I would never be complete without my primary focus on a life of faith. Although I do have other priorities in life, the ultimate purpose is to bring honor and glory to God through my positive impact on the lives of others. Although everyone is different, there are 7 common threads that bind a life with purpose. The first one is to live your life beliefs and values. People who live a life of purpose have core beliefs and values that influence their decisions, shape their day-to-day actions, and determine their short-term and long-term priorities. They place significant value on being a person of high integrity in earning the trust and respect of others. The result is that they can live with a clear conscience and invest more time listening to their inner voice than being influenced by others. For me, that inner voice is God's Spirit working through me. The second common thread is to set priorities. People who live a life of purpose identify those activities that matter most to them and invest the majority of their time and effort on those areas. Otherwise, it's too easy to drift away in the currents of life. It could be said, how we invest our day is, of course, how we spend our lives. The third common thread is to follow your passion. People who live a life of purpose wake up each morning eager to face the new day. They pursue their dreams with fervor, put their hearts into everything that they do, and feel like that they are personally making a difference. As James Dean once said, dream as if you'll live forever, live as if you'll die today. And the fourth common thread is to achieve balance. People who live a life of purpose put their hearts in their career and in building relationships with family and friends. They also reserve adequate time to satisfy their personal needs. Achieving balance means living up to one's God-given potential in all facets of life. The fifth common thread is to feel content. People who live a life of purpose have inner peace. They're satisfied with what they have and who they are. To them, the grass is always greener on their own side of the fence. As the saying goes, the real measure of your wealth is how much you'd be worth if you lost all your money. The sixth common theme is to make a difference. People who live a life of purpose make a meaningful difference in someone else's life. They do things for others without expectation of personal gain, serve as exemplary role models, and gain as much satisfaction witnessing the success of others as witnessing their own. As the old proverb says, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. And that is what legacy is all about. And the seventh common theme is to live in the moment. People who live a life of purpose cherish every moment and seek to live life without regret. They take joy in the experiences that life gives and don't worry about keeping score. Dr. Seuss may have said it best when he said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." So we need to start living today. The purpose of life is a perpetual question that has intrigued mankind since the beginning of human existence. Without purpose, it's easy to wander aimlessly through life instead of following your North Star. Without purpose, it's easy to squander your time instead of investing time by waking each morning with an unquenchable thirst to obtain your mission. Without purpose, you could achieve a remarkable success, but still feel that life is passing you by. Success in life begins with knowing your purpose. When you achieve clarity, you'll gain new perspective on life. When you find your purpose, you'll feel good about who you are, what you stand for, and where you are heading. When you discover your purpose, an inner peace will replace the need for seeking approval of others. You will be someone who is happy, motivated, and self-assured. A person with a mission. As Robert Bryan once said, "The purpose of life is a life of purpose." It's never too late to start. As I have referred to many times, as a Christ follower, we should live a life of purpose mentioned by Jesus in John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief's purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. May we be able to proclaim what the Apostle Paul said to his apprentice Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 10. But you, Timothy, certainly know what I teach and how I live and what my purpose in life is. You know my faith, my patience, my love, and my endurance. On our daily trek of life, let us know and pursue our purpose of living a legacy each day. Tomorrow we will hike a familiar trail as we learn lessons from an ordinary life. So encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. Now we'll finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person as you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.